thank you for coming out to support my company, RRED Fitness. And also, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout today. But before you all leave, I would like to share my testimony / purpose as to why I started RRED Fitness. Before I get into my story, I would like to read a Bible verse from Exodus, chapter 28, verse 20 through 22. And it reads, "See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to the peace I have prepared. Pay attention to him and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and I will oppose those who oppose you." All right, so now I'm going to get into my divinely guided story. So back in 2018, I entered my first bodybuilding show at Dallas Air Force Base, Texas. Although this was an extremely embarrassing moment in my life, I didn't realize that this moment was going to be the beginning of finding my true life purpose. I had no idea what to expect with this show. Secondly, I was under the impression that it was a base function for individuals that love to just work out. In addition, I assumed I could just show up in a regular bathing suit and regular heels. Little did I know that there would be other competitors there that had trained and meal prepped for months. They all were extremely lean, and I was the only oddball there that didn't look the part. It was humiliating because I had friends that paid to see me walk across the stage. There was no way I could just walk away and give up. I had no idea on how to pose, and if I'm being honest, it was a complete mess. In addition, I got last place as expected. However, it only lighted fuel to my fire to do another show. At that moment, I had the pleasure of working with two amazing ladies at Dallas Air Force Base, Texas, Tasha Jemison and Nicole Harley. They soon became my family away from home. They have been there for me through the thick and thin. They were also there rooting for me at my very first show. You guys will always mean the world to me, and I will forever appreciate your love, loyalty, and support. I saw Abe at my first bodybuilding show at Dallas. He was there coaching and supporting his clients. One of my friends pointed him out and was like, "Hey, that's the guy that owns his own gym, and he also has his own bodybuilding team, so you should go talk to him for your next show." At that time, I was still a bit salty and embarrassed. I didn't want to speak with anyone at the moment. So I let it go in one ear and out of the other. I was ready for that day to completely be over. To make a long story short, I ran into him at the mall, and he recognized me from the Dallas Classic. He mentioned that I had heart for hanging in the show, and that if I wanted to do it the right way, come see him at his gym, Icon Fitness. That following week, I went to his gym, and he set me up with a coach to prepare me for my next show. There, I met KD, Angel 333. At Icon Fitness, when I started training for my second show back in 2019. He was like an uncle to me and was my motivation to start this company. We would train every day, and he would push me harder than anyone else could. He would always call me Lil Red because I would turn very red when lifting heavy weights, which is also why I named my company RRED Fitness. We had our own little workout crew called The Crew with Brown, Tamaki, and Francis. Icon became our second home. Training for my second show took a lot of hard work and dedication. KD took me under his wing and was always there to encourage me every step of the way. When I competed in my second show, I made a complete 360 transformation compared to my first show. I got third place and didn't win. However, it was a win for me to see my body in the best shape that it has ever been in. I also gained a lot of knowledge about nutrition and working out. A year later, in December of 2020, KD passed away. And it was a very detrimental time in my life. That same month, he reached out to me and said, "What's up, RRED? Let's go get us a workout in." I replied, "Sorry, not today. I have work to catch up on. I won't be able to make it. Let's go another time." Not knowing that that would be the last time that I would ever see or talk to him again. The one person that was always there, pushing and motivating me, suddenly passed away. I lost my purpose for working out, started to act out, and gained over 35 pounds in the process. This was also the season that God revealed who would also always be there for me through hard times and who would turn against me. I isolated myself and felt as though I had no way out of the pain and agony that I experienced. I suffered in silence because I wanted to stay strong. Soon one day, I transitioned offices on my job from working realistic to becoming a passport agent. Although this seemed as if it happened out of nowhere, I felt as though it was divinely guided by God. He knew I needed someone who could understand me and relate to me. Sitting next to me was a powerful woman of God, Miss Chantel Ross. We both discovered we were from the same hometown, and we connected instantly. She was someone I felt like I could trust and truly confide in without holding back. It felt like home talking with her. One day, I came into work confused and frustrated as to why this was all happening to me. She looked me directly in my eyes and said, "God wants you." When she said that, I truly felt that in my spirit. That was when I knew that I needed to turn it all over to God, seek His guidance, and pray. I prayed and asked God to give me a new start. He then soon blessed me with an assignment to California. I was so excited and felt as though this was the breakthrough I needed, and that all I needed to do was make it through August and to make it to my next destination. Life was about to be great, but God said, "Not so. You have passed the test, but there is something else you must do before you leave your assignment in Abilene, Texas." Last month in July, I took a vacation back home to see my family. Things started to get better, but I still had this emptiness within myself. People in my family could probably sense it, but I did a great job at playing it off. I began to pray and ask God, what else am I missing? What else am I doing wrong? I've already repented for all of my mistakes, asked God for forgiveness, and I also surrendered. I still didn't understand why I felt this way. So I asked Him to please reveal my purpose. On my way back home from Tennessee, I began to notice everything in my life unfold in threes, which is why I call KD my angel 333. Now I will admit I do have flaws, and two of them are I'm often very stubborn and hard-headed. God knew that He had to arrange an unusual miracle to open my eyes as to what He needed for me to do. The first thing that I saw were 3 white birds flying over my car. This was the only time that I had ever seen white birds before in my life. So I Googled the meaning of it, and it stated they are symbolic of angels and God's protection. It amazed me a little, but me being me, I was like, nah, this is just a coincidence, and I ignored the sign. I continued to drive and looked at my GPS, and it said I would arrive home exactly at 3 o'clock. It was a Sunday, so on my way home, I put on a church sermon by Dr. Jamal Bryant, and he stated, "I don't know who I'm preaching to, but everything is going to come to you in threes." For 2 weeks straight, I kept seeing the time 3:33. Every day almost, someone would either email me exactly at 3:33 or sign in to the kiosk at work to see me at 3:33. Soon I began to see the number 111, or the time 111, which is also 3 numbers that total up to 3. I said, I know I'm not tripping. Something isn't right about this. This has never happened to me before. So I researched what it means to see 333 and 111, and it brought up a similar meaning. Guardian angels are urging you to look within to discover your true purpose and spiritual awakening. Me, hard-headed as usual, I'm like, whatever, this is just another coincidence. I began to stroll through Facebook and then through photos on my phone. I said, who in the world could this angel be? Who's trying to reach out to me if this is possible? Who are these angels? So I ran across a video of KD and I working out, and I noticed that the video was exactly 1 minute and 11 seconds. 3 ones that equaled the number of 3. I was shook and appalled. I dropped my phone and didn't know how to handle it. Then I remembered that I used to always tell him I would start a business called RRED Fitness. I took a photo shoot, but I put it on hold because I wasn't sure whether it was my purpose or whether it was just meant to be. That was all the sign that I needed to push God and remind me of my purpose. I reached out to Abe for help. I let him know that I was leaving soon and told him my story. I told him that I wanted to put an event together for the community and asked where he thought I should have it at. Surprisingly, he immediately said, the church. In my mind, I was shocked because I expected him to say the gym, because he has his own gym. I looked at this as a divine sign from God. He asked me when I wanted to have it, and I said the last Saturday in August before I leave on the 28th of August. He said I won't be able to make it because I have a bodybuilding show that I have to attend to. And so I was like, well, okay, let's switch it. Let's have it on the 21st of August. And he was like, okay, that's fine. In the process of pursuing RRED Fitness, the devil threw out all of his greatest tactics to throw me off of my path. I felt like some people didn't like my workout, and I began to think negative. I said, maybe I'm tripping this whole time. This isn't it. God revealed again, not so. So I started looking at videos of KD and I again. I discovered that the recording that I was looking at was on the 21st of August, 2020. And today I'm here giving a testimony about my divinely guided story on 21 August of 2021. Once I saw the date on that video, I immediately burst into tears because I knew that I had to share my story and pursue my purpose before I left Abilene, Texas. Then I asked, why me? I'm not one to speak out or give testimonies. I'm a shy person, and I've never liked a lot of attention. But God soon revealed that He is doing a new thing, and He wants to reveal it through the ones that are least expected to expose it. KD was not able to make the Running Coleman Classic due to pertinent circumstances that came up, but I know that He is here with me as my guardian angel, divinely guiding me as I put together RRED Fitness. And I know now that I am never alone. KD had a deep passion for music and was also the local DJ for the community. I also have a deep passion for music, and I also love old school hip hop. This was another interest that we both had in common. Furthermore, this is what gave me the brilliant idea of putting both passions together to share with the world. The last thing he said to me in that video was, "Are you ready?" That was our last workout together before he passed away. My answer to that today is yes. I'm ready to lead and make a difference with purpose. After listening to my story and God divinely guided me up to this moment, you now know the purpose of RRED Fitness. There is also a scripture that I ran across throughout this journey, which is Matthew 20:16. The last shall be the first, and the first last. For many called, but few chosen. Although I never won a first place trophy, RRED Fitness was the biggest award that I could ever accomplish. Through all of my trials and tribulations, it was good that I was afflicted. It helped me form a relationship with God and gave me the strength and the courage to make my dream a reality. What was meant to destroy me only became a blessing in disguise. I know it to be true, but when you put God first, all things work together for your good. I'm not perfect, I'm not a minister, and I have made my fair share of mistakes. And yes, at times, I still do cuss. I'm just sharing my personal experience and divine encounter with God and his angels. I'm not sure what is going to come out of this, and I know that my story is not over. But I know that this was all divinely guided to help and share unto others. Just when you feel like giving up, hold on tight. God orchestrates everything to happen for a reason. And it shall soon be revealed in due season. Thank you all for your support and listening to my divinely guided story. And most of all, welcome to RRED Fitness. All right, that's it, guys. So if you guys want to make yourself